you everyone who actually decided to come and join us this evening. Out of the 25 people I invited. So thank you, everybody who took the time.
Okay, it's coming up now. Just 1 second. Just 1 second while it processes. Okay. Okay, so everybody got it that we're streaming live. All right, I'm going to bring up the agenda, Donna, so we can have that.
And can you do number 1?
Yes, I will.
Okay.
Oh, just 1 second. Sorry, I just have all these windows open. Goodness. Okay. Okay, so as Donna said, we are commencing the meeting. We're going to continue to hold neighborhood council meetings virtually. AB 361 that came down from the mayor, from the governor, and because we are in a state of emergency because of COVID, we are required to continue holding meetings virtually. Just so you guys know, I think the governor is removing that restriction in February of 2023. And then at that point, we can discuss if we want to start meeting in person again. Here's the agenda. I'll just go through it. We're gonna get an update. Oh, is Officer Ortega coming today too, Donna?
He was invited.
Okay.
Doesn't look like we'll all have to pretend that we're him.
Okay. So we're going to finalize our mission for this year. We're going to talk about the annual event for South Seas House, and our goals. I want to make sure. Let's talk about how we're going to do those goals and who's going to take on what responsibilities and how we can go about trying to accomplish some of those things. So that is the agenda. Are there any comments about the agenda?
No.
Nope. Okay, then I'm going to stop
we're
sharing.
all good. Now,
Okay.
what we're actually now offering public comment. Anybody who has anything that's not on agenda can discuss. I wanted to mention we had a plan for a person from the Art Truck LA program to attend this meeting, but she unexpectedly could not come. And it is an alternative way to share live artistic performances with LA residents. Yeah. So therefore, we're trying to see if we might be able to have them participate in bringing the program maybe a few times to our park, to our neighborhood, and to anyone who'd like to participate. So we're hoping that they'll attend the next meeting. And that's something I wanted to make sure we talked about because of the holidays. We've got to look at the next 2 months when we'll actually meet and be able to offer, her to come. But I know the holidays are falling near when we have our meetings. So we might want to skip or move our dates a little bit differently.
You know what, I'm going to bring up the UNNC schedule while we're talking about this now.
Yes.
So we can make a determination what we want to do on that.
Yeah, that'd be great. So therefore, we're trying to hopefully, because we had the art piece in the park, we also want to have opportunities for art to be offered. The park is a perfect place for it. We've got the covered area. It would be a good place to be outside and enjoy it. And we want to see what programs are available that can come to us over the time between now and June. So we're putting out feelers and trying to find opportunities that are available. Anybody knows any, by all means, bring forth that idea. Any other public comments? Okay, so,
So let's
well,
take a look at this calendar, Donna. That was a really good
Okay,
point
good.
about coming up.
okay,
So this is November. Our next meeting
Okay.
would be November 28th. Is Thanksgiving on the 25th this year?
yeah, that's it.
Okay. Do we want?
Wait a minute, is that, no,
Yeah, this
okay,
is-
it's on Thursdays.
Right. So it
So
would be
is
the
that
25th.
25th, 24th?
Oh, the 24th. Yeah, it would be the
Right,
24th.
Yeah, that's Black Friday that you're looking at
Yeah.
now. People will be wandering the city insane. So no, it'd be the 24th.
Right. So I think we're still good to have it on Monday, the 28th, unless people are going to be away.
I'm
Donna, will
okay
you,
with it.
you okay? All right.
So
So
we can
we'll
say
stay with that. And then
11/28. Okay.
let's take a look at December. And December is the 26th. So that's the day after Christmas.
We probably don't want to do that.
Right. So we're going to cancel our meeting, or we can move it to another day. Or should we just cancel it for December?
I think we should. We should cancel. What
Okay.
did everyone else think? I would say.
David, what do you
It's a
think?
really busy time.
Yeah, I think it's fine. I cancel it.
Okay. All right. I will share that with the governing board to let them know we're going to cancel that. So let me just come back to the agenda. So Monica, next on the agenda is an update from Recreation and Parks, and you're up.
Awesome. All right, so we right now are getting ready for Halloween. We have been cranking. Channel 35 is going to probably pay us a visit this week to do a quick LA this week. So do a quick story on us. So it's going to be a great promo push, not just for what we're doing for this upcoming holiday, but also promoting our programs and so forth. We have.
Can you tell us about some of those programs, Monica?
Girls Play LA, we have soccer, volleyball, Play LA, which is co-rec, which is soccer as well as volleyball. We offer ballet, hip hop. That's what's happening right now. I'm looking at offering a couple of adult classes for the winter. I am going to be meeting with one of our rec assistants who teaches at multiple locations this week to possibly schedule her in once or twice a week in the mornings. In terms of other classes that we're offering, we do a once a month walk with Gavin on Saturdays, right? At Benny Potter Park.
No, I don't know that. I haven't seen it
Yeah.
on Nextdoor map, but I'm sorry, if I could just interrupt a little bit.
Please,
I
go
just
for
want
it,
to go
go for
back to channel 35 coming in to do this promo. So the children who are participating, do they need to have a release signed by their parents to allow them to be
No, the
filmed?
kids will not be present.
Oh, okay.
It's more of an interview and a walkthrough of what we are doing. So no kids will be present.
Okay.
Because the gentleman I work with from 35 did question the same thing earlier today when I
Okay.
spoke with him. I was like, oh, the kids won't be present, but this is the thought process in terms of what I wanted him to shoot.
Okay, but I kind of don't understand. I mean, if we're going to be talking about ballet and soccer and these other classes, if he's not getting the students, is he just interviewing you? Will he be interviewing other park
Interviewing
staff?
me, staff that's on site, they're aware. So we don't know the exact date. I'm leaning towards Friday.
Okay. Okay, go ahead. Then, sorry to cut you off. Go ahead.
The other programs that we're offering, we also have the Little Kickers on Saturday mornings. And that's been ongoing even before I started. So it's doing really, really well. I'm looking to possibly expand that for the winter and doing different sports for that specific age group. So we're looking at between ages 2.5 to 5. So providing more programming, not just the tiny talks that we offer during the week. I'm trying to think of anything else off the top of my head. Still doing the virtual classes. via Zoom and our free on-demand classes that we've been offering for well over 2 years now.
Okay.
Okay, can you update us on your internet access,
Yes, they
Performance.
connected the
whatever?
Spectrum Wi-Fi to our computers and it's up and running.
Woohoo.
So you're
Right.
able, and it's in very good shape, so you can do quite a bit with it, right?
Yes, in terms of what we want to do, I need to know. Does that make sense? Because I'm not tech savvy in terms of software and programs. So I know we spoke about this in a prior meeting, but I don't know what the exact programs that you guys may want to do in terms of offering, in terms of teaching, right?
Right. So what we've decided at the last meeting, I think you were on vacation, is that we're
Correct.
going to ask our communications committee to conduct a survey to
Wonderful.
the neighborhood council, so we can find out what kind of classes the community is interested in. We know we have a lot of seniors, so we can find out if they want to do email or PDFs or
Right.
Adobe Photoshop, or if we're going to try to do coding, or what the community wants. And then based on
Wonderful.
that, we would have that software on the computers. I mean, I know, I'm not quite sure who, if you're getting computers, I know that we set aside money to purchase computers, but those computers we would have the software
Understood.
uploaded to that. I just wanted, if I could just share with you the group for a second, and I need to get some more understanding on this. This is the South Seas House. If I go to this site, where do I see the classes that are offered? How do I find out about what is happening here?
Okay, can you scroll all the way up and say register now?
Okay.
Scroll all the way and you'll see all the classes that we're offering.
Okay, these are the 16 classes. Oh, so we have a Zumba. Is that for seniors? I mean, I'm not.
No, I
seniors, but-
apologize. I forgot to mention, we have Zumba. These are for the kids, but I do have an instructor
Oh,
or rec
sorry,
assistant that knows how to teach Zumba. So if there's a need or a want for it, let me know. For adults, right?
Okay, so for instance, the Zumba class, this is ongoing now. How many students do you
Correct,
have in
this is
this?
happening right now. 3.
Okay.
Monica, is it possible to get some signage outside that would let people know that where to go, that things are.
I've
being
already
offered
completed
now?
the banners and they
Uh-huh.
are going to be sent to Elaine for approval.
Okay, you
Yes.
should.
I'm aware of that.
So Sunday, you should have a good turnout after the band, the costume,
Halloween.
yes, march to the park. We're hoping that, and they had a really good turnout last year, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Wonderful.
I think Halloween's going to be pretty big, and I'm going to make sure she does a reminder out, but there should be opportunity.
Sorry to cut you off, Donna, but do you staff that, Monica? I mean, will you have staff there? Or
I
how does
have
that
4
work?
staff members attending. In terms of what you need them to do, it'd be helpful if you let me know so I can guide them.
We had
I know they're going to be
discussed,
passing out our flyers and promoting our event on the 31st. So on one side, you're going to have a list of all the classes, programs that we're offering. And on the other side is the Halloween flyer promoting our event on the 31st.
Oh,
And
okay.
that's already done.
I think it'd be great to have an opportunity for people to do what they would like to see, what they
Awesome,
would
yes.
attend, what their kids would like to learn in terms of, we'd like to focus at that particular facility. The bunch of us have been talking about, since we're not going to be a huge sports facility, we can focus on the technological, scientific, STEM type of arts, crafts, whatever people think they might want to see and participate in. We'd like to have them write, have an assessment. What would you
Yes,
call
give
it?
us feedback.
And give a opportunity. What would you come to? What would you
Right.
like your kids to be available for? And if you're not going to have a daily pickup aftercare, we could have an opportunity for classes to be available. And I want to
Right.
know when those computers are going to show up. And I am getting ready to go ballistic because
What computers are we talking about? I'm sorry to
the
cut you
ones
off
they
again.
had offered and promised us from the city. We can do our own thing with our thing, but there should be computers in there already. And that
There's
was
actually
part
6.
of that facility. And for some reason, I don't think, do you have active computers that are available for the community to use now?
Yes, we do.
Okay, cool.
Woohoo.
Then we're gonna get it out.
But right now, side note, LOL,
Uh-huh.
guess where my 6 rugs are right now being stored?
Your
Okay, are
6
the
what?
rugs-
David knows because he's already smiling.
Oh,
David, you know, you didn't help me put
know.
them there. I had to relocate them. David knows. Where would those 6 rugs be right now because of the space that I have right now? They were downstairs.
Are they usable for you? Because if they're
Uh,
not,
the
we'll find a
goal,
way. Huh?
the goal is after Halloween to get the carpet removed and put those gorgeous rugs in place.
Okay, cool. So
That was my
therefore,
vision.
that's not a problem with planning ahead for even after the holiday to hit the ground running with a computer program.
Right,
And,
right.
I want to know when that's going to happen, and I'm going to make sure that the city is supportive to us for that, because
No, I
we're
appreciate
not
that.
going to have an aftercare program, but we can darn sure have an extensive opportunity for kids to get classes to be picked up from the schools around here and to offer the types of programs we'd like. Tech wise. So
Have you
that's,
spoken with anybody regarding our sports programs at all? Just curious while I was away.
what do you mean, the advertising?
Because you said since we're not a sports program or sports facility, did you talk to anyone saying we didn't want sports? We're not.
Oh,
pushing
no,
for-" Just
no,
curious.
whatever. If you've got kids coming and want to do basketball, because that's a good court, we fought to get it there.
Right, it's
And-
gorgeous.
And the other opportunities, you're not going to have a soccer field locally, but if you
Right.
want to and can get people who are willing to hop in a bus and go to a soccer field, there's one close enough for you to use. So I'm trying to focus on things I know are available right here in the community and people
Right,
can
right.
participate. I mean, whatever else you have, we have a wonderful pool down at Rancho, the Celeste King III pool that just opened. And you certainly could use that. They tell me it's gorgeous.
Which one is closer?
we also have the pool right here at Pico, Donna.
Eleanor Roberts Green, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're like literally in between 3, right? Because we have
Right.
Expo. From my understanding, that's what that location would go
Yes.
during the summer, right? They would go to Expo, but yeah, whatever is one available and close by, that would be awesome.
So you have an
I've been
opportunity to throw a party on Sunday and they can find out what the neighborhood, because these are people that would come over here to
Right.
7th Avenue and start, walk to the park, are close enough to come or have their kids picked up or participate in a program for whatever we have available. So I think that's an excellent opportunity for them to fill out the form and get a bag of candy or get a something that they could be encouraged to do that. So there you go.
Thank you.
What?
So pretty much the staff that I'm sending over, no one's going to utilize them. It's them just doing their thing in terms of networking, correct?
Oh, no, it's not about it. It's your facility trying to
Okay.
steal parents and families from other facilities.
Gotcha. Because I was just curious if they were needed for anything in regards to the parade.
No,
Because this is, as you know, my first year.
it's parent driven. It's
Got it.
families. We didn't even know where these people were coming from. All of a sudden, they started coming with
Yes.
dogs and babies and strollers and children in preparing for that parade. So
Got it. No, that's helpful
That's
because at
what
least I can communicate that with them. this week.
Yeah, she organized it, came up with the idea, and it really went well. So hopefully it should.
Wonderful.
I'm thinking that we're gonna have a good turnout for Halloween period, so you guys should probably have signs up in the park advertising the Halloween activities at the house, so people know, because you haven't had it in years. So even if it's a hand painted sign or two. it'd
Yeah,
be
there's 2 right now.
Okay, good. That's great.
Monica, do you need soccer balls, or do you, the little kickers, is that about playing soccer?
Yes, we actually have soccer balls, volleyballs. These are even like a mini basketball
Oh, cool.
set that I purchased. So we have more than enough sports equipment.
Okay.
And it comes out of a separate budget called Play LA, Girls Play LA.
Okay,
Oh,
That's affiliated with the Olympics.
wow.
And that's the reason why we can drive the price down to $10 versus the cost to cover the equipment and staffing.
great. Sounds good.
Monica, what are some of the outstanding work orders that are still lingering?
The fitness equipment,
No, just in general about the facility. I know the linoleum still needs to be repaired, correct?
correct, yes.
Any other outstanding work orders?
Yes, the fitness equipment,
Oh, okay,
the
sorry.
adult outdoor fitness area. Yes.
Oh, yes, yes. Tell me about
Sorry,
that.
I don't know what it's called, but
I'll call it the
Exercise
adult
training.
fitness, the
Yeah.
adult fitness equipment, yes.
yes.
What's
I'm
wrong?
trying to think of it. I know the bike pedal has been missing for some time. And in general, just looking at the footprint, it's worn out. And not just
Yeah.
on one, quite a few.
Yeah. I think there was a replacement opportunity. I think they were put in with the idea they'd be maintained. So I'm surprised if there isn't.
So have you submitted something on that? We're going to be trying to meet with some of the top leadership at RAP in the next week or two. So I'd like to be able to bring up some of these things that have been kind of lingering. And I know the linoleum, there's an issue with that because it can't be vinyl, it has to be linoleum.
Correct.
But the fitness equipment, have you submitted a work order on that?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Not just myself, but even the maintenance department.
Okay.
No.
Anything? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Donna.
No response?
No.
Okay.
Regarding the tiles, yes, but it's still lingering, so I need to follow up in maybe about a month or so. So they are seeing these job orders, but in terms of coming in, just like if I say, hey, I need the backyard lawn cut, it's not happening as fast. So it's just more so even following up after they have connected with me. And this is more, I'm making reference to the tiles.
Okay. Well, the tiles, the linoleum tiles, they can only be, because this is a historic house, they can only be replaced with linoleum. And there's only one company in the city that has the type of linoleum that has to be put in there. So I'm not, we want to try to possibly work out something with West Adams Heritage Association to maybe do some of the historic repairs. But, you know, that's still kind of up in the air. So
Okay, I have another one.
Sure.
The walk path adjacent or on the side of the play area,
Right.
the concrete is uneven because of the trees.
Yes. That.
To me, that stands out.
Yeah. I've noted that
Okay,
personally, but
yes.
I haven't, because my concern is we're keeping the trees. So I don't know how they're going to repair that concrete, but they can start, you know, back 20 feet and then just mound it up a little bit and then come down a little bit to make it ADA compliant. But yes,
Understood. Yes, we're on the same page.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a concern of
right?
mine as well. That's been there way before. That job order has been there before I've been there.
Okay. Okay, so the grass in the back does not get,
No, it is. I'm saying it's something that gets done fairly quickly. And I'm just making a comparison.
no, my question to you is that you have to request to have that done. It is not part of the regular maintenance when the guys come in to do the rest of the park?
I noticed it slowed down after summer. It was getting done during summer. And I noticed it slowed down and I had to follow up and put a job order. And then I sent a couple of emails and then they came
That's interesting.
within a week.
Okay.
Teresa, are they having a hard time getting the linoleum? Have they tried Linoleum City?
That's the place
Good
Laura
question.
recommended, that
Okay.
Linoleum City. Yeah, but the issue, I think, is that the city has certain organizations that are companies, vendors that they use.
Contractors, yes, correct.
Yeah, and Linoleum City is not one of them because they don't have a lot of, recreation and parks don't have to maintain a lot of historic houses. So there's, Kimani Black mentioned during Coffee with the Cop that maybe we could work out something with Waha to actually do the repairs, the historic repairs.
And they
the
would
city
give them
could
the
fund it,
money.
and they would fund it. But I'm having some issue. I've been talking to Rena. I'm trying to get a hold of Roland, who is the chairperson of Waha. So I think that would be the best way to
Ideal.
go. Yeah, that would be ideal. So
There is money to purchase the linoleum, and there is money to pay for a contractor of their choosing to install it, but it's just been lagging on being allowed to do that. Because they have money they put in an account specifically for repairs at South Seas. So there is earmarked money from Waha for South Seas purchase of materials in keeping, not just someone who shows up and doesn't know what they're doing.
right.
So we're gonna have to
Do
try
you
to
know
push.
Roland, David? I don't know Roland's last name. Or I know you know Rena.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, do you talk to? I've talked to her and I've emailed her. She's said that she was going to talk to Roland to find out if we could work out this. Have Waha do the repairs, but
I think there's some issue with them now, with the leadership there,
okay.
and they're gonna have to come to their agreement that there may have to be a takeover.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
want to say, but they're having trouble with leadership there. And it's sad to say, but they need a change of administration. So they're working on it. It's about where we are with that.
Okay. So Donna, when Donna and I speak with the REP leadership, we'll ask about these outstanding issues, Monica.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you too.
Okay. We want to see about getting hours. I did bring it up during the day for the community to come in and use the computers like library.
Yes,
So we
Monica,
want-
can you talk to us about the hours? What's going on with that? There's staff there who wants to work. Do you not have enough programming, or what is the, are there people there, staff between 9 and 5 every day? So if I walk over there, 10 o'clock, there's somebody there just to answer the door, or what is the staffing? Talk to me about the staffing there.
We operate Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and then Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m.
And you're fully staffed?
So what are you making reference to staffing? Like if there's someone's at the office, if there's someone upstairs?
Well, just that, do you have sufficient staff? I mean,
To do specialty programs, no. And I'm working on that.
And possibly if someone from the.
So
community
who's asking for hours? Because what I have been doing is saying, if you can teach a class, I can train you to teach a class. Not only am I a train the trainer, but I also provide resources to make sure that they are comfortable teaching whatever program, class, or activity, and giving them hours without me batting an eye. So I'm curious, who's asking for hours?
We are asking for community hours at the computer. We want to be able to say to the community, there are computers available for use during the day. If you want to go in, have something you want to work at, or want to go on the internet and use them. We used to do that. So it was an
Right.
open door policy from 10 o'clock to 6 o'clock. And then later on, when there are going to be all these different neighborhood council meeting,
Correct, I'm aware of that.
you'll have people there for that too. And that will go on to 9 o'clock at night or 9:30, right, Teresa?
Correct, I had to talk with Gavin, yes.
Yeah, so I'm talking about during the day, right now. And then we're planning for other things, but we haven't gotten there yet. But for community to be able to come in and use computers, there's someone there and they're available to them. That's what we're asking right now. During the day, not for kid programs, because you have some of those available. We're planning for other things later, but definitely tech-oriented things.
Okay, so
Since-
we're now going back to having, I think you guys want someone to teach classes, or you just want a rec assistant who's knowledgeable with technology?
No, we want to try to pull in someone from one of the colleges for specialized, for teaching coding, robotics, other high-level tech and basic computer skills for the community use opportunities. That's
So you want this person to be on site? Or is this more of just people coming in and out using our computer room?
Oh, yeah. Coming in and out, opportunities, certain hours that are available for, community use.
Okay, I'm gonna collaborate with my supervisor on this.
Sure. And we're definitely
Only
going to
because
take it to
you want
them as
somebody
well.
with experience, correct? Someone on site with experience.
I was mainly talking about the community being able to use.
Yes.
But not to, I'm not talking about teaching for that part of it, just having
Understood.
access. The other
Understood.
part was something we wanted to actually get. I'm trying to reach out, or Teresa and I are trying to come up with a grad student program that we possibly can get hours to offer after school opportunities, or for adults and young people to have.
Can I also add something to what you're coming up with right now?
Of course. Yes.
How about an internship opportunity?
How would that be?
You're making reference to a grad student being present, or no?
Yeah, to teach someone who.
Yes. So
Yeah.
if there's a win on both ends where they're getting units,
Yes, that will. We were talking.
right? That's what I'm
about
making reference
opportunity.
to.
Yeah, not
Right.
paying, but opportunities to get hours toward their program through one of the colleges
Right.
in a a community that is underserved. So definitely an opportunity for everybody. It's a win-win.
Right. But to me, there's a greater buy-in if if it's a presentation of some sort. Like, I worked during, I did this internship at South Sea's house, and so it's one experience, and then two, it may be a spin-off of a report of some sort, right? Like something they're presenting.
Yes.
Kind of like what you guys were doing with the Isidore House, right? You guys have some
Right.
students doing some sketches. So
Who
the
did
same idea, but more of a teaching approach.
It was a course. Mhm.
Right.
Yes.
I like that.
So we're working toward that right now. So opportunity.
I'd like to make a comment about, I think you may have answered this before, Monica. I'm sorry if I.
No,
if
no,
you
no, you're
did.
good.
When people use the computers during the day, do they have to log in? How is that regulated? I'm just thinking of some unsavory person coming in and looking at porn sites or something like that.
Understood. No, 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 I totally understand. From my understanding, when I logged in, it's a regular standard login to the general public, but I know that there's restrictions where you can't get on certain websites.
Okay.
Now, I think I need to inquire about that. I'll be honest, I haven't done it firsthand. Okay. The first thing I do when I go upstairs, when I want to check on the computers, is I get on YouTube. Right, because that's something that most
Yes, yes, people
yeah,
use it.
right.
Right.
But I know you know, there are some restrictions. I will just circle back because I need to make sure it's a definite yes.
Definite
just,
yes
you
to
know,
that the general public can access the computers. Is
that
what
you can't
said?
get into like certain
Oh,
sites.
okay.
That's what I care about.
Yeah. Yeah. No, no,
But
I
you're
just
right.
didn't know what
No, no,
I
no,
didn't.
I remember you bringing that up. Yes.
Yeah, because I'm concerned about that too. If someone's doing
No, yeah.
something,
Make it-
you
I
know,
think
some
maybe
nefarious.
the library does something to protect, and we
Right.
should be doing the same. I'm sure the city has a program, so
Yes, yes.
otherwise we'd
Love.
have young people using the computer, you know,
Right,
inappropriate.
right.
And the
So,
speed is good, right, Monica? Not just your
Yes.
computer downstairs, but the computers upstairs, the speed is good.
Yes, when the gentleman put in the other computers, he did say, now if everybody's on the Wi-Fi, it's going to slow down. That's like by default, but
Right.
everything's connected, everything's running. He's like, if you guys are doing a class, it shouldn't be an issue.
Are they all
'Cause-
Wi-Fi? They're not land.
yes, they are. So just a heads up, I couldn't do the Wi-Fi on the staff computers because it's a security issue. Because that was the first thing I asked when they came in. I'm like, hey, what about these computers? So it's only the Wi-Fi is only connected to the computers upstairs.
And why can't they be not landlines, but why can't they be
hardwired.
yeah, why not have them hardwired too?
I didn't inquire about that because all I cared about was having internet.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
I'll be very
'cause
honest.
You didn't
Hey.
have it for so long.
Okay, so I was just like, hey, what are we doing? Okay, great. When are you coming?
So you'll have to see if it works for the type of thing you're gonna need it for.
Correct.
If it doesn't,
Yes.
they'll have to come back and redo it.
Exactly.
Or
Yes.
just supply the cable, because I'm sure
Yeah.
that router box, the Wi-Fi router box, it has
Right.
outlets in it that if you have the correct cable you can plug directly
Yeah.
into that box and to the computer. And maybe even it only has 4 slots, but at least that would be 4 computers
Correct.
that are not on Wi-Fi, which will free up some speed on the Wi-Fi. So,
Correct.
okay, if you can check in on that, that would be great. Or just even look on the back of the router box. I mean, I don't know if you know where all
My
that
feeling
is.
is they probably removed it, but I'll check tomorrow.
Okay.
Router box.
So that's good.
I might have some LAN cables if you need them.
That I'll take because I don't know if it's going to help or hurt. But yeah, if we can plan something, that would be great.
Okay.
Maybe
But
you
yeah, let
could
me
go
check
in-
the router box first.
Maybe David, you could go and look, find
Sure.
out,
Yes, yes.
and run speed tests and stuff like that. That'd be helpful to
Okay.
know. Thanks. Because I know at one point we didn't have anything, so this will be a shock to have any, you know, a change is good.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that certainly would, that's something we're gonna discuss when we have the meeting in the next 2 weeks about those opportunities, and we're gonna be following up to try to make sure that we have that ability to offer it. And when you do the assessment, even Sunday, but outside of that later on, to find out what people want,
Right.
we'll be able to know. And that way, if you've asked and then you begin to offer, it won't be a hard sell. And it won't
Correct.
cost them a mint, because like you said, a win-win getting
Exactly.
students who are getting hours and they would love the opportunity to do it in this, you know, it's not gonna be a high stress
Right.
situation. And that's what we did before. So that sounds good. I'm clear on that. Thank you for the information. We'll be able to talk more next time.
No, I appreciate it.
Find out.
Okay.
I'm good on that. Any
Okay.
other questions, concerns?
No, I'm good.
I've got a
Okay.
comment, Monica, the round carpets, they didn't look like they were edged to me. Do you want me to inquire how much it would cost to get edging sewn on?
I'm going to reach out to my maintenance
Okay,
on seeing what they can do on their end.
because I know I got one of my carpets done at Linoleum City. It was very, not that expensive.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind getting a contact, so I'll probably connect with you.
Okay,
But I was advised, which, it makes sense to me, I'm not gonna go outside when we have folks that can do the job. So I'm gonna reach out to maintenance in regards to that.
okay,
I appreciate it. Thank you, David.
you're welcome.
okay. So we should move on,
Okay.
and we're at mission statement finalizing.
So the mission statement has not changed. I mean, I think we were all in agreement on that.
Yes.
And then the goals, instead of having goals and objectives, I just moved them in. I modified them slightly, but these are some things that we want to try to achieve. The words goals and objectives were left over from when
Yeah.
two years ago with
Previous.
Dorit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these are just things that overall goals, things that we want to try to achieve this year. And we're doing that now. We're advocating for additional staff and instructors. We need to increase community awareness, park activities. This outreach campaign, part of that can be what we're doing with Raheem and communications to develop this survey so we can find out what the community wants when it comes to this computer lab. Don and I are continuing. I think, David, you're going to be on the call next week when we talk to, oh no, that's with Eric. I guess we're going to talk to Eric about the Isidore House too, but we're hoping to have a meeting with
Rec and Park.
specifically about the Isidore House. We're going to, and the art installation, Greg Jackson, the president of UNNC, had a great, somebody reached out to him and Donna took that. Talk to the lady. She's going to come probably our November meeting. Donna, do you want to talk a little bit about this art mobile, this art?
Well, that's kind of what I was bringing up. It's actually active opportunities for participation in plays and other kinds of art opportunities. I was hoping we'll also get an opportunity for where kids are able to use, art materials too. So I'm not sure where they're going with that, but it looked like a good program, and they're definitely wanting to bring it to the park, and anything we can get to come to the park and has some kind of opportunity to bring something they haven't had a chance to participate in before. And we actually saw at Planning and Zoning that program that they're going to have over on Washington, where they're using materials that are traditionally used in other ways to create. So we're looking for opportunities for that all the time. So if they're going to have one in the neighborhood, we might be able to have on site as well at South Seas.
Right.
So
And I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I said art installation, but I was thinking of that art truck. I know it's not an art installation, but it just
yeah,
connected for me.
yeah, they come out and they, told, it was a good explanation, but we'll probably learn more from them. And it's opportunity that they are obviously funded for, because they're not asking for anybody to pay for it.
Right.
So they come, they do it, and they come to the site, and that's another thing we can offer. And they may bring their own group, because they advertise to them, to probably a group of people that already participate. So that would be good.
Right.
that's bringing additional people to our community to use the facilities.
Well, I'll make sure that I have them on the agenda, and I know that they had already you had reached out to them and they got back to you, so we'll
Yes, they
have them
did.
scheduled for next month.
Yeah,
So this 20th anniversary for the South Seas House, I think it's a great idea, but once again, I think Waha, I mean, we can try to lead this, but really it should be Waha. They did
I
the
think
work
so
on it.
too,
Yeah,
because they started it.
yeah.
So this is something they excel at, and that's what people want to see and participate in. So I think if they can get their leadership together, we should be able to see them doing something with that.
I mean, it might be possible regarding the next item on the list to do it in conjunction with the UNNC 20th anniversary too. I mean, just have a big event this spring where we're celebrating 20 years of UNNC and 20 years of the South Seas House. Donna, just so you know, the lady who's in charge of city plants, I'm going to be on a call with her on Wednesday, and I'm going to let her know that I reached out to Veronica Garcia several times and she hasn't gotten back to me. I'm thinking maybe Veronica is no longer there.
Could
And,
be.
you know, that's why. So, but I'm going to be talking to her and say, hey, we want to do a fruit tree giveaway.
Yes.
When can that happen? So either we do it on our own, or we can do it with one of these anniversaries or something.
I know it would be you come, participate, and walk home with a fruit tree.
Yeah. Oh, yes, absolutely.
I think they'd love that. And
Yeah.
certainly after, it's springtime of the year, it's the appropriate time.
Right. So continue to talk about some recreational activities at Leslie Shaw, work with CD10. Maybe this is something we can put on our agenda with Eric.
Yeah.
Activities at Leslie Shaw, and
I think if the art truck can come to South Seas, it can go to Leslie Shaw and the library. I think they can participate in both spots, and it would be easy enough to hopefully have people who go to one, go to both,
The next one is advocate for high-speed internet and upgrade at South Seas House. I'm going to keep it because at the end of the year, we're going to say, and guess what? We did this and we did that.
Yeah, something.
Keep it.
We definitely advocated for it.
Yes. We're going to still work on this computer lab. I really, and I'm not, this might be kind of big idea, but to find a corporate sponsor, to get the computers, to have an open house where people can come in and look at the new computers and look at some of the classes or the software that's available.
Yes.
So I really would like to get this survey out to UNNC and find out what people want. And I have to, work diligently with communications to do that. I mean, that's under their,
and it's not a
or
really hard thing.
outreach. And I'm not, I know there are limitations with outreach. Communications is much more tech savvy, so I think we should work with them to get that done.
I think so.
Continue with our monthly dialogues. And I don't know what happened with Ortega today.
I haven't heard anything from him at all, and only,
maybe I'll send him an email and said, hey, we missed you. We still would like for you to come every Monday.
Oh yeah, I will tomorrow. Don't doubt it.
Okay.
Don't doubt it. Anna got back to me. He got the same pictures Anna got of the person at Isidore being detained. We got no response from him, so that makes no sense. And I realize his is a large area. He can respond though, at least, and he and Anna could have, he could have come to the meeting. He shouldn't miss park meeting, but even if he only came every other month, we'd be satisfied.
Yeah. Also on the list to talk with Eric is getting the shade sale for Leslie Shaw Park.
That's I want to talk to that. I spoke to the person who did the landscaping of Leslie Shaw Park, and they have put in for that shade sale. He said it takes a long time. He was
Okay.
very honest, but he said it's normal for them to put in shade. When they did this park, it was not normal, but now they've changed the overall guideline, and it should have been put in when they initially redid the park. He says he realizes it's needed. Remember, I got him through the person who's now over landscape, the overall maintenance of the parks.
Mhm.
And he got back to me, and it's just in the queue as far as that's concerned. We don't have to pay any money. He will take care of it. He knows what to do. So, and he was
Okay.
the person who did Leslie Shaw.
Okay. Still like the idea of mentioning it to Eric so he knows.
Oh, yeah, we should mention, though, for sure.
Yeah.
And I'll let him know who the person is who is over both parks. I don't know. He may be over, it's not a problem down though at the park at on Obama.
Mhm.
So I don't think they're gonna have, it's brand new and their upkeep is good, but I can definitely mention him. I have him in my phone, the person who does it.
To advocate and request prompt repairs at the South Seas House and to incorporate both the libraries into the committee. And also I'd like, so I think we're all in agreement, and I'm going to submit this to, I guess to Greg, then which goes also to communications to make sure it's uploaded to the website under our Recreation and Park Committee. Site, I don't know what you call it, but when you go into the UNNC, each committee has its own little site. So
Yeah.
this will be part of that. What are some strategies or some ideas of what we can do to get more people to come to the meetings?
Gift cards.
I'm sorry, I missed the last one. It was a senior moment. A few fewer senior moments will be good.
Way to get people.
I mean, what do you think they
invited 50.
want for coming to the meeting? What are they looking for? Just information? I mean, should we have Monica go over an explanation of every activity? I mean, what is the impetus for someone to come to our meetings?
Well, the only thing I can think of, they have to figure they're getting something out of it. People showed up in great numbers at the last planning and zoning meeting. They get good numbers, but they got even more because there's an issue and they're very issue driven. And people know everybody else takes care of Benny Potter Park and or Leslie Shaw, I guess. People use it. It's not I can't even say they don't go to the park, but the idea is that people are they want everybody else to do things and they can take advantage of it. But like I said, if you told them you were giving them a gift card or a free dinner someplace, they would show up, but it's sad.
I have something.
Oh, sure.
Since
Go ahead, Monica.
since I am at Southeast House most of the time, do we have like a mini promo flyer or info flyer that I can pass out when I do my job orders? When I do my job orders, I do a walkthrough, so I can pass that out. Like, join us on these Mondays, these Wednesdays, from this time to this time. Get to know who's involved, how you can get involved. That's one way of doing it, because I'm still old school in terms of passing out flyers. There's value in that.
Yeah.
So if you have something like that in place, I'd be happy to do that on my end.
Yeah, schedule.
And I probably can count how many times when I don't see someone at the park, which is pretty good.
Yeah,
right?
schedule. Yeah, I would be, I
Right.
think we could have a calendar.
And I want to say all meetings, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be rec and parks, right?
Oh, no, it'd be great to come to all of the neighborhood. I mean,
Right.
we have committee meetings for so many different things. So,
Yeah, and
So
if you give out 10, if you got 5 people out of the 10 flyers that you handed
It's
out,
wonderful.
then that's a win.
Even if it's one person, because that one person may have a connection, may have a concern, right?
Yeah,
So,
And then another thing I want to bring up is time an issue. So like, for example, I'm working on 10 hours today. Is this too late for some folks?
well, we know they have.
I don't know,
time.
time-wise for others.
Yeah, and for others, it's a good time because
Right,
they get home from work and they can turn it on and at least listen. Well, it's great. They don't have to go anywhere. They could put the computer on. But all the parents that I'm dealing with, and now I can shame them. Next time we'll have more because I can shame about 3 to 5 parents in the neighborhood and try to get them to come out. So that's the best we can do.
You know, I missed one meeting and I'm astounded how much you accomplished between the last meeting and this one. So you ladies are awesome.
Well, thank you, but we're getting things done. It's
You
just,
are.
but we're not the ones with little kids. So we're trying to get the ones with little kids to come out and
so
participate.
you know what would be very helpful also? If you do have like a calendar of all of your meetings,
this is what I'm
because
showing
I
you
can
right
do
now,
my
Monica.
email blasts as well. So this is where I will find it, right? This is everything.
Yeah, this is November, and
Got it.
I can give you the link, but UNNC.
Oh yeah, I can look it up.
Yeah, the calendar, and these are all of the meetings that are scheduled. Sometimes, like the CIS, that one might be canceled if we don't have anything pressing. But for the most part, each one of these meetings, and they're all held virtually, so
Right.
you know, you
It's
can.
simple. All they have
Yes.
to do is turn it on and
Yeah,
learn.
and follow us on YouTube. Eventually, we hope to have, I would say in the next couple of months, it integrated. So you would just go to unnc.org, and on this
Yes.
front page, the YouTube stream will be happening on this front page.
Awesome. And so my next question is, because I am active on social media. Are you guys updating your social media so I can just go to your page and just share it?
Yes. The
Wonderful.
agendas are posted on Facebook and I know on Facebook, and I believe through MailChimp and on somewhere else. Donna, where's it? Next door neighbor app, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
I think on Twitter too, but I think that goes through our MailChimp, but I'm not sure. But yes, we do have people who manage
Perfect.
our social media, our outreach and
How about
communication.
Instagram? Do you guys have an Instagram?
We do have Instagram. I don't know if our agenda or if our calendar is posted on that.
I'm only asking because I'm going to be honest. A lot of folks are on Instagram, and that it may be a new market for you guys. Just like how I know Nextdoor is very active in West Adams.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So like Nextdoor was not active at my last park. Okay.
Yeah.
Lake Street area, Ram Park area, not active users. I probably picked up 2 or 3 families that came in and like, hey, I had no idea you offered X, Y, and Z. Nextdoor in this community, very active. So I'm kind of curious, and it doesn't necessarily have to be the agenda. Pardon me, your calendar.
Instagram?
It could also be here's your here's a photo of what we are doing, what we are accomplishing, or success stories, right? Like we worked hard on this and here's the end result. Let's use the computer lab as an example, right? That's a great accomplishment, a great milestone, right? So because Instagram is very visual, it looks boring. Like even looking at a flyer is like, but people are more into videos, images. So just curious, because I can just easily go on there as we're talking now.
Right. I'm on here. I'm sharing now, Monica. I don't have Instagram. If I click it, what will it still come up?
Let's do it, because I'm gonna follow you guys right now.
Okay.
Because it's gonna show your at least the handle, right?
Yes.
And it'll be funny if I'm already following you from the previous directors, because I was able to log in to the original South Seas House account, which is nice.
Okay. So it
That means I
it
didn't
says,
start from zero. Oh, I see it now. Hold on.
yeah, we have 26. Oh, it says meetings this week. So our meetings are on our Instagram. And there's some other pictures.
I am following
here.
you guys.
Okay,
Wonderful.
so,
Yeah, I could definitely share this regularly, and not just South Seas account, but also the city account, LA Parks account, because I have access to that.
okay,
Yeah,
that would be great.
Right?
Yes,
Right.
I mean, we want to have many people come to help participate in,
to ask questions, to want to put new ideas out, what they want to see happen. It's all good what we want to see happen. What do other people want? And that's why.
And then just, sorry to interrupt.
No,
So for
no.
example, I have access to the city account. Do I say attention, West Adams Avenue's community members? Like, what would I say just so that when I post?
well, it would be United Neighborhoods Neighborhood Council. I mean, because
Got it. Just
you
so I know
know,
how to word it.
yeah, I mean, and that's also Jefferson Park and Western Heights
Yes,
and Kinney Heights.
exactly.
So I would
Okay.
just, all of UNNC
Got it.
community.
Yeah.
All right. No, this is helpful. And is there any other Instagram account in terms of organizations that I should be sharing, not just under the South Seas account? And then this is what I say, like, my following is small, but they're all folks that have participated in some shape and some form at South Seas.
Yeah, and that helps because those are
Right?
the people
Those are the
Yeah, but-
folks, right?
who have interest.
Right. So
You don't
if
need to-
there's any other organizations, let me know, because I'm already following you guys. But if there's
Yeah.
another group where I can share regularly, like if it's once a week, every 2 weeks, especially if there's a meeting coming up, I'll be happy to share it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll talk
And
to
you don't
our
have to tell me now.
communications. Yeah, because I don't
Yeah.
know, but our
Yeah.
communications people probably have a web of people that they
Right.
would recommend that if you're going to post, hey, get these 5 other
Yes.
organizations, Instagram accounts too. So I'll ask them.
No, I appreciate that.
No,
Well-
we appreciate you, Monica. That's
Yeah,
a great
that's
idea.
No, and everyone's on their phones. And then another
Yeah.
thing, I'm sorry to add one more thing about online stuff. Everything's a QR code now.
Mhm. We talked a little
So-
bit about that, and our communications team once again talked about that. I don't know where we are with that, but you recommend
It's not that, well, and on our end, I know how to create a QR code, right? So it's not difficult. It's just a matter of when I scan it, what information you want me to see immediately. You want me to go to your website, or you want me to go directly to a part of your website, right? So that's something also to consider. And it can be changed often. So just throwing that out there, because if you notice, even though people are exercising, people are walking, and this is where I'm like, I find it funny in general, how we want Wi-Fi at the park. That's probably the perfect place to disconnect, but we still stay connected. Does that make sense?
Well,
Right.
we don't
You know-
necessarily want it at the park. We wanted it at the house. So that
Okay,
you guys could actually do business.
I'm making reference to the actual park, and I'm not even
Yeah.
talking about Benny Potter Park, and just in general,
Yeah.
like anywhere else I go, I'm like, this is the perfect time to be off my phone. But
Yeah, exactly.
everything's legit a QR code.
Yeah, everybody, but no, it's such a pretty park, opportunities, and people do use it. You see that.
Right.
They're there celebrating and having parties and doing weddings. They do a little bit of everything. So it's
Right.
great. Because the park wasn't like that before. But now we have, it's every day there's somebody there. And they're
Right.
not there doing negative things. They're doing things that you want the park to be available to them for. So it's great. The usage is really wonderful.
So
I was
if
I was
I were
gonna
to
try
print
to-
out the calendar, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's okay. I was going to try to reach out to the chairperson of communications to see if he could join us really quick, but
So if I were to go and print out that calendar, it's going to print out on a one page.
I don't know.
Okay. All right, all good.
I can try. You know what? I'll try to get
No
a
worries, no worries.
PDF and see what it
I'll
feels
do it
like.
this week. It's just helpful because, like I said, instead of me just walking with my phone taking pictures for job orders, I can multitask.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Mingle,
Yeah.
mingle. Hi, how are you? Here's a flyer.
Yeah, people
Join
need
us.
to know where they are and what
Right.
they can do to make it even more useful and
Right.
enjoyable for them.
And that they have the power to help make these decisions and help,
Correct.
guide the discussion and give their input on what some of the activities they'd like to see, not only at South Sea's house, but at the park, or if they have issues with the trees or they have issues with the petals, whatever it is, here's an
Right.
opportunity for them to come in and discuss.
And how do
it.
they sign up if they want to use the pavilion or whatever for something rather than just come and think they can come and take it over
Correct.
and do things? Those are things.
I believe it's Gavin that does a great job by
Yes.
posting, but then it gets taken off.
Yeah.
I've seen it like at least twice now. He does a good job. I was like, oh great, my information's up, and the next day it's gone.
Yeah, because they want to do what they want to do. So
Right,
And how
right.
do you, mentioning the pavilion, how do you manage that, Monica? If someone is there and they have not registered or, asked to hold that space?
reserved it. Yeah.
Reserved, yeah, thanks, Donna.
Correct.
We had
I
to throw
approached
them out the day of our coffee with the cop. We had to throw
exactly.
out.
Right. So on Sunday, it is a first come, first served basis. No charge. But if it's happening and they did not reserve the permit, then I tell them, hey, you guys, you need a permit, and they are supposed to pay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
on Saturday,
Oh,
if someone has a
correct.
big.
Saturday
a big-
is obviously usually Saturdays, right? But weekdays as well.
So not to have you be confrontational with anyone, but
No,
so
no.
if you see someone setting up a big party on Saturday and they have not submitted a permit or come in to talk to you, what happens then?
I talk to them and say, hey, just a heads up, this space is for reservations only. You are supposed to request a permit.
And how much does the permit cost?
It depends on the hours.
Mhm.
So it starts off at a flat 100,
Mm.
and that's the non-refundable and the picnic area. Everything else it adds on. So like staffing hours, if it's after our hours, which is 2:00. And if they have any other amenities such as the moon bounce or even tables and chairs, which usually they don't need because we already have that out there.
I see. Okay. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
So this is great. We got a lot done.
Yes.
And we're now at business follow-up. If there's anything that we were supposed to follow up from prior business.
Actually, we have the annual holiday party on the agenda. Do we want to discuss that really quick?
For December,
Yeah.
our December party.
Yes.
Well, we can just do an overview. We haven't done any planning.
Right.
We are actually going to have an in-person and don't have to go online and
No,
name
sorry, Donna,
holiday songs.
not that party. I meant, does the South Seas House have a toy giveaway or?
Oh yeah,
yeah,
Monica, that's exactly. The December party, because at our next meeting for November, we want to tell people about bringing unwrapped toys. We always donate, and we won't have an in-person party. They'll do drop-offs. So I don't know what you guys have planned, because there's normally a holiday party for kids, and I know the Highway Patrol generally participates with gifts. So something similar to what you're doing for Halloween. They usually do a large weekend party. I don't know if anyone's told you about it, but in December.
No, I was hoping that you would give me some insight, and I was gonna touch base with Gavin.
Yeah, what we do is donate. People bring gift cards for age groups. They bring unwrapped toys, but gift cards for the
And
older
books.
books, just anything unwrapped, and they bring it, and they generally have where the kids do have food and,
Right.
you
So
know,
like, for example, my previous parks, we did breakfast with Santa, and I've experienced at my two parks ago, dinner with Santa. So something like that with
yes,
some light entertainment.
yeah, and they have a good time. So
Okay.
you can think of what and how you want to do it. I'm not sure what you'd like to do once you guys have decided, but we participate
Yeah.
where we can, and we definitely try to help with getting giveaways for the kids.
So how
Wonderful.
about next?
So I'm
week-
sorry. I apologize. So it's the highway patrol and the community and different organizations that donate.
Yes, Jacqueline.
Now, as far as the highway,
sometimes- Jacqueline Nunn has an organization, the Highway Patrol, Chips for Kids, toys,
yes,
giveaways. You should be involved with them and have in the past. You may already
Got it.
be on a list. And then the neighborhood here. We
Got it.
start telling them to get toys together and drop them off at the house.
And you will probably have a lot of toys, Monica. So how about next meeting, you talk to your staff and everything, and you come to us with an overview of what you want to do, and then we can kind of finalize it. We'll let you give you input on how we have done it in the past and how we could possibly
Sounds
help
good.
you with that. I like the breakfast idea, I guess is okay. And maybe if it's on a Saturday or something.
Yeah,
Right.
like we did it. Ours was great
Yeah,
under the pavilion,
yeah.
where we had coffee cart, food. It turned out great. They could walk
so
around.
something like that where it is outside.
Yes,
Got it.
Yeah, I think it's
Okay.
still, the weather is pleasant enough
Right,
Yeah.
in
right.
December to do
and then,
that.
if it doesn't turn out well, you'll have to go and use the inside, but
Right.
Correct. Yeah.
hopefully our weather stays
Right.
nice.
Right, but well, I guess I'm saying that for a breakfast or,
Yeah,
Right.
But for a dinner, obviously we would do it inside. I don't know if we do a
Right.
dinner outside, so.
yeah.
But you come up with your ideas and bring them
Yeah,
to us.
I'll
Yeah,
I'll touch base with the staff and see what they've done and the direction they would like to go.
okay.
Right.
sounds good.
So, yeah, so that'll be a big part of our next meeting.
Yes,
Sounds
We
good. I
get-
appreciate that.
Tie up our part and hopefully twist some arms for people who will help out.
yeah, that's a good idea.
And I'm good. That is, are we at the end of
Yes,
everything we want to
there,
discuss?
unless there any old business anybody wants to discuss or talk about?
I think we're good.
Okay,
Well, the four of us did very well. We got a lot done.
Yeah.
Thank you,
yes, we did.
everybody. And we will plan on meeting on the 28th.
Right, and
And
then
try to
we'll-
drag somebody kicking and screaming, but bring them.
yes, we'll have a good meeting. We're gonna have a full house because we'll do that art installation. We'll have Ortega come in and do an
Yes.
update. Maybe we'll
Oh,
get one of
yeah.
the librarians, and Monica's gonna do her update
Yes.
on the
On
everything, so
what the
we'll
plans
do
are
that.
for the party and what they've come up with idea-wise. Okay, thank you, everyone,
Thank you.
Thank you,
for
Donna.
coming.
Thank you.
and
Thank you.
Good
Thank